Hey, what's up guys? Sean Nalawani here, SeanNal.com, BodyTransformationTruth.com. Sorry I didn't post any videos last week. I'd actually been traveling through Thailand for most of January, and with the jet lag and then being sick and getting home and a few other things popping up, I'm actually heading over to Montreal, Quebec in a couple of weeks here to live for probably at least a few months. And with planning all of that out, it's been a little hard getting back on track, but everything's good now and I'll be back on track this week with regular videos. And today I wanted to address a really common mistake that a lot of lifters make, which is changing up their workouts way too often rather than committing to a set routine and focusing on progressing on that routine as much as possible before going ahead and switching things up. So we've all heard about this concept of muscle confusion, and a lot of lifters are under the impression that they need to be constantly switching things up in their workouts, like their exercise selection, their rep ranges, rest periods, etc. Otherwise, their body will get used to the same stimulus and they'll stop gaining muscle size and strength. Now, actually, the truth on this is that constantly changing up your workouts every week or every couple weeks, this is actually a really big mistake, especially if you're a beginner. And the main reason for that is because if you're always performing different exercises with different rep ranges and rest periods, then it becomes really difficult to properly measure your progress from workout to workout. If 1 week for chest you're doing, let's say, a flat dumbbell press and an incline hammer press and then a cable crossover, and then the next week you're doing an incline barbell press, a decline dumbbell press, and a machine fly, and then the next week it's something different, and you're using varied rep ranges and things like that, you really don't have anything concrete to measure your progress against from workout to workout, and you'll probably just end up aimlessly bouncing around and not really progressing nearly as efficiently as you could. So the entire basis of gaining muscle is to achieve progressive overload by adding more weight to the bar on your exercises over time. And so you'll be far better off to follow a set workout plan with a set sequence of exercises and then just put all of your focus on getting as strong as possible on those particular lifts. As long as you're coming back to the gym stronger from week to week, then there's really no need to change your program, because the fact that you're consistently making those strength gains, that means your program is working. That's exactly what you want to be aiming for. So to be getting consistently stronger on a set of key lifts and then to just randomly change things up, that really doesn't make any sense to do that. And at the end of the day, as long as you're training with sufficient intensity, you're resting adequately in between sessions, and your nutrition is on point, and you're making a consistent effort to add more weight and more reps by keeping a training logbook, then you should be able to make progress on the same routine and on the same set of lifts for a pretty long time before there's any need to change anything at all, especially if you're a beginner. If you're a beginner, then you can make linear progress on the same routine for a very long time, as long as your diet is on point, without needing to make any changes. The whole concept of muscle confusion, or the idea that you need to always keep shocking your muscles into growth, that's just completely overblown, and it's directly counterproductive in a lot of cases. Now, I'm obviously not saying that you should never change your workout. I'm just saying to at least have a set routine that you're sticking to, progressing on, and to follow it for a consistent phase of training. And you can either continue with the same routine until your strength gains plateau, or until you've been following it for long enough that you've made some significant strength gains and you just want to change things up for variety. For example, as you move through different phases of training experience, from being a complete beginner to intermediate to more advanced, then different routines might be more appropriate. So that might mean going from, say, a full body routine to an upper-lower split, or an upper-lower split to a legs push-pull split. That's just one example. You might want to change your workouts to focus on a different set of exercises so that you can emphasize certain muscle groups or movement patterns after you've been using the same sequence of lifts for a while. If you're an advanced lifter, then you might want to incorporate some specialization training to bring up a lagging muscle group, or you just might want to change things up purely for the sake of mental variety to keep your workouts fun and interesting. There are a lot of possible reasons why you might want to switch from one type of routine to another during different periods of training, but the bottom line is that you don't need to change your workout nearly as often as you might think, and you most definitely don't want to be constantly switching things up every single workout or every few weeks. Get yourself onto a set routine that's appropriate for your goals, stick with that routine, and make as much progress on it as you possibly can. And then if your progress starts to slow down, or if you want to move to a different workout or a different workout split or a different style of training, then you can change things up. But constantly varying your training too often is not only unnecessary, but it's going to be counterproductive in a lot of situations. So I hope you found this helpful. If you want to get access to my recommended sequence of routines for beginners, intermediates, and more advanced lifters, along with a huge collection of meal plans and science-based supplementation advice, then you can grab my complete body transformation blueprint by clicking here or by visiting bodytransformationtruth.com using the link in the description box. Make sure to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram if you aren't already. The official website is SeanNall.com, and if you found the advice useful, feel free to share the video, comment, like, and subscribe to stay up to date. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.